What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to the channel. Hope everyone's having a great day, having a great 4th of July weekend. Happy Independence Day to all you guys. Shout out to all the subscribers. Right about now, I think we're about 24 subscribers away from 800. So shout out to you guys. Thanks for checking out the channel. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell button so you'll be notified when we drop in new videos. I definitely got some things to talk about, so I will have videos coming in the near future, but for right now, I just kind of wanted to let you guys know what's going on. We're at about 5,000 miles here on the truck, 5,000 miles of ownership of this bad boy. Let's get an exact reading for you guys. So I will be heading over to the dealership pretty soon here to get this oil changed. I had it changed at 1,000 miles just because some of the master mechanics actually recommend that you get you know, all the little debris and shavings and stuff like that out. Yeah, it's just been a awesome truck. I was looking at you know, Nissan's Pro or whatever, just online, looking at it, and you know, it tries to be like the Tacoma. There's no doubt about it. You know, it's a lot of imitators out there. To me, this is just one of the nicest trucks you can actually get. I don't care if you're talking full size. I mean, yeah, you can get more power, but as far as just the way this thing looks, I mean, I just gave this thing a new name. This is the Green Goblin because it just gobbles up everything, including gas. But hey, it's so much fun to drive. I've definitely been driving it a little bit more lately here because of certain circumstances, but definitely been enjoying to do that. And it's just been an awesome truck. Can't say enough about it. The LED headlights, I absolutely love the grill. I love my camera. I love not having a license plate on there. I just think, you know, putting a license plate on it just takes away from the grill because it is just so aggressive. Those LED lights, the fog lights, you got your turn signals right here on the side. Those KO2s have just been running wonderful, and TRD 4Runner wheels are excellent. Highly recommend those ones. And again, the KO2s, I'm running 265 70 R17. I believe it was a big debate about what size to go with, and I think I absolutely nailed it with that decision. And yeah, just been having a good time driving this truck. I know tint's coming, and if I, you know, like I said, I've been on the fence about getting rid of it. I know that was my last video, and I mentioned, you know, some pricing, you know, as far as, like I said, the reason why I threw out the number 50,000 is because I know they're going to sell it for more than that if I take it to a dealership. One of the reasons why, I mean, this is an expensive truck to me. It is, at least as far as my budget's concerned. But yeah, it's a really nice truck. I mean, I just love it. Power back sliding window there. I got my Tacoma mat. The first time I didn't call it a Toyota mat. I got my, since we're back here, I got my LED bed lights that I just absolutely love. I always have liked the tail lights. I was thinking about, you know, doing something with that, but they've kind of just grown on me. I don't really mind the chrome as much anymore. I felt like it's not like a really big deal to go ahead and change them out at this current moment. And I know I've been talking about tint, so it's on the way. Just kind of trying to have the right timing to get it done and get that exhaust. I think, you know, it's just well overdue. Something that I want to do to kind of complete this build. Go ahead and tint it out and get that TRD exhaust. And yeah, as far as I'm concerned with the build, I think maybe what I will do, I think the last thing I would do is just get some type of tonneau cover for this. Maybe like a backflip, or I seen some, I always forget the other name of they make bed covers and all that stuff too for regular vehicles. But anyway, I think that would be like the last thing. I have a low profile one, kind of doing it like that angle right there, but made the bed look crooked. But yeah, it's just, sorry for these views. It's just been a really good truck. I mean, super capable, you know, with the 4-wheel drive, the rear locker, the crawl control, multi-terrain select. You got the what is it, the multi-terrain monitor, MTM, you know, so they call them different. So like if you have the limited, they call it a, you know, some type of view camera, but on this particular model, that's what they call it. This is an automatic, and I'm happy with just the speed and the performance. I got the TRD shift knob. I'm just totally happy with this vehicle. I got the leather, I got sunroof. I definitely love my leather, and I definitely love my sunroof. Only thing it does not have is a heated steering wheel. It does have heated seats. You got a really nice infotainment center there, screen and everything. All your buttons and gauges. The truck is it's just a good truck. You got a power seat. You don't have a power passenger seat. You have a door grab handle right here for the passenger. I totally wish we had one. It looks like, yeah, we cleaned that off with a little spit job there. Yeah, so you don't have one over there. I definitely have been thinking about getting one, installing one, but you guys know me, I like to keep it factory, keep it OEM, keep it stock. So yeah, I've just been enjoying this truck. You know, there's those bed lights over there, so you can see them. It doesn't even look like they're shiny, as bright as they are right now, because it's still light outside. We're like 8:30 or something around here, and it's still light out. It's been a pretty cloudy day here in the cul-de-sac. I got my blacked out Toyota exhaust tip. That's not the TRD exhaust, but like I mentioned before, it's coming. So yeah, just some stuff I've been kind of putting off. I actually could have threw it on there, but we'll see what happens. We'll see when I decide to get it in there, but I know it's coming, so stay tuned for that. Literally TRD tuned exhaust. I'm loving the lift kit. The lift kit was a must for these trucks. I mean, just that Toyota grill to me is the Heritage grill is a must for anybody getting a Tacoma. I think if you want your truck to look super bad, you know, I definitely highly recommend you get that Toyota grill off of there ASAP. I got that multi-terrain monitor, so there's my camera in there, and there's the garnish. Even the garnish looks cool. So I think they totally nailed it with that Toyota Heritage grill. It definitely changes the whole look of the truck, even though I have grown to love the stock look as well. But just the whole hood, the way this truck looks, the hood is pretty aggressive. It doesn't, even though you don't have the hood scoop on it, it's still the lines and everything on the truck are really, really nice, and those LED lights really complement the whole setup of this vehicle. And the color's awesome. I mean, you're just gonna get looks in these Tacomas. I mean, especially when you fix them up, and it's up to you. You can do as much or as little to these trucks, and they're eye turners because they're just a good looking vehicle. I mean, it's a vehicle, right? Anything that you drive that gets you from point A to point B is a vehicle. So it's also a vehicle, and it's also a truck, right? So with that being said, you got a good looking truck, and you can haul stuff, you can move stuff, and it's highly capable. It can do basically anything, you know, far as it can haul. You can go off-road with this. It gets up to speed. I haven't had any problems with the transmission. After I got my little, you know, we went through that whole little phase of my alignment issue. After we got that tackled, I just been so happy with the truck. Definitely would keep a Toyota. I mean, to me, far as midsize, there's nothing that's even coming close to this truck. And this ain't even a Pro. So this is fully loaded, like I mentioned before. I always kind of mention it. I have all the options. I've got leather, I've got sunroof, I got the technology package, I've got the JBL sound system, which I do like, turning it up and hearing my tunes every now and then. But you know, I'm getting older, so I ain't trying to blow you know, blow my eardrums out. I got other things that I do sometimes to mess with that enough. When I get out there and shoot every now and then, that make sure you got all the earpieces in and earmuffs and all the whole nine, because man. But yeah, back to this old Green Eye Bandit, or the Green Goblin, as I'm gonna give it a new name, is the Green Goblin, because yeah, it just eats everything up. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I just love the truck. It's a beautiful truck. I think this, I think they nailed it on the 3rd gen. I fell in love with it. You know, just coming across, I was deciding on, I wanted a truck for a while and got on YouTube and somehow got, it's the grill that got me. Once I seen when they had that grill on there and I seen what the truck looked like, I was pretty much sold to me, because I think it's one of the nicest looking front ends you can possibly get, you know. So, you know, with that TRD lift kit, you get that blacked out grill, and I like the blacked out grill. I just absolutely like it. Like I said, I wouldn't mind the silver one if I was to get a Pro one of these days and have the silver Toyota on there, but I like it being all black. And you know, I got my OEM running boards that match like the top of my bed, which are from 2005. Shout out to Cochran. Shout out to my guys over at Gladstone for always looking out for me, for helping me put this truck together. Shout out to Toyota Jeff Reviews. Shout out to Untamed. You know, shout out to all the people on YouTube who have, you know, inspired me with this Toyota Tacoma. This is the TRD Off-Road 2022. And it's just an amazing truck. So this was kind of like, you know, I don't have the locking tailgate, but maybe I will get that going at some point. Work something out with the dealership up there to give me a good deal, because I ain't trying to install it. It's got electrical stuff going on, so we ain't gonna do that. That's what I ain't gonna do. But yeah, I absolutely just love the truck. I love that sunroof. I love having my sunroof open, as I mentioned. And to me, it is, I mean, it's a shame, you know, because when I first started looking at these trucks, I was like, oh, okay, they're pretty reasonably priced. And then like right around the same time when I bought my first one, you know, things started going crazy. We were already into the pandemic, and all the prices were going up because of the chip shortage. So all the used cars were super expensive, and they kind of went to this, you gotta buy before, you know. Oh yeah, shout out to my guy. Oh man, I can't forget about him, because I watch a lot of his videos too. I can't even think right now. Down in Texas, you know who you are. My guy down in Texas, I can't think right now. Rob Automotive, yeah. Shout out to Rob. So yeah, we're trying to see what we got going on here, man. We got somebody pulling up out here in some type of car. How you doing, brother? Got some food delivery. Hey, brother. We got a food delivery. He out here getting his money. What kind of car is that? I ain't got my glasses on. It looks like a Toyota. Yeah, it's a Toyota. You already know he's trying to save some money with that gas. But anyway, sorry for the low. But yeah, shout out to Rob Automotive. Like I was saying, yeah, so now we're kind of in this phase to where, you know, the vehicles, as I talk about a lot, you know, they're being allocated and people are buying the vehicles. You go in, you talk with them, or you don't even have to damn near go in. Quiet is kept. So you just talk with a salesperson and they get you signed up. And it actually almost looks like me over there, right? With my bald head, but I cut my hair recently. What's going on, YouTube? But anyway, yeah, so yeah, anyway, as I was trying to say, so yeah, now you just they get the vehicles allocated. You go in there and tell them what you want. You try to find one that has everything that you're looking for, and then you go ahead and get your name on that. And that's how we're buying vehicles now. But what I was saying was, so with all that going on and the shortage and the used cars going up extremely high, I mean, the prices being super high, this kind of drove up the prices for that, because now you are no longer to be able to negotiate. As I always mention, it's just, you know, MSRP is a good deal. And as we already know, all the places that I've taken you guys to, I could show you guys, I got a video on here that I haven't even dropped yet. I got some stuff I ain't even dropped yet. So you guys will probably see some older videos at some point. Yeah, the prices are just ridiculous. So, you know, the used prices on these were ridiculous. So yeah, you can't even really get, you know, you couldn't even get, if you look, I can't even talk. It's just so crazy. But what I'm trying to say is, you were going to just pay MSRP and that was a good deal. You weren't going to get no money knocked off or anything. And it's like, You know, what kind of, you know. So with that being said, I think, you know, Toyota probably raised up the price a little bit too. They seen cats like me interested in these vehicles. Let's raise them up. But no, they're awesome vehicles, but they are starting to get a little spendy. You know, I think, at least in my opinion, but they're definitely worth it. Like I said, I get in this truck, I get tons of looks, and it's a community is what I really like more than anything. Like, I pull up in a lot and I'll see a Toyota truck up in there, whether it be a 4Runner, any kind of Toyota off-road vehicle, truck, 4Runner, the FJ Cruiser, you know, a old Tacoma lifted, and it's gonna start a conversation. Like, there could be a million other cars in the lot and it's a Toyota truck up in there, and I'm gonna say something about that. Like, I went and got my barbecue today, and there was it was a Toyota 4Runner up in there, and he was all set up for off-road. He had the big, looked like he might have had some mud terrains on there, but the thing looked sweet. It was like a 2000 something, but yeah, this is a nice truck. I went in there and started immediately talking about, you know, my Tacoma. They're like, yeah, nice parking out there, because I've kind of you know, I said, yeah, man, I paid a lot of money for that truck. I'm parking it so can't nobody scratch it, you know. And they told me it wasn't very busy there today, so I parked like a fool, you know. But anyway, so we started talking and stuff, and I told him to check out the channel, of course, you know, got a plug for the channel. So hopefully we gained a subscriber. But when I got back out in the lot, I looked in the lot, and there was a nice Lexus in there. Looked like it was on some 20s or something. It wasn't brand new, but it was still super duper nice. It was a newer Lexus, and it had the 20s on it, and it was in the corner, you know, just chilling. And like, you know, the first thing that I noticed in the whole parking lot is the truck. So I just kind of like the community. I like that so many people are like really into these cars. Like, I had the Charger and stuff, and I know they have a big following and there's a big group, but I don't know, it's just a little bit different with the truck. You know, this is like, I mean, a Charger, there's so many variations. I mean, just like with these trucks, but if you're doing any type of off-roading, or you got the off-road look, even if it's a pavement princess like mine is for the most part, but like, I do want to, I talked to him about, you know, hitting up the trails. You know, I do want to do some things. I'm just lazy for the most part, you know, not too lazy, but when I do have time, sometimes I don't do anything. So like even doing this video, it's kind of long, but I was just kind of sitting around. I was just out here just taking it in, taking the truck in. And I said, well, you know what, why not go ahead and drop a video? You know, you're sitting out here and admiring it. So I figured, why not go ahead and drop one? But yeah, the truck is comfortable. It gets up to speed just fine. I have no problem with that. The only thing I will say about it is I wish, it's kind of getting darker now, you guys, so I'll probably end it soon. I just wish it had disc brakes. So I'm sure the next generation will, so it can just stop a little bit easier, because it is a kind of a little heavier truck, you know. But that's the rough and ruggedness with a little bit of technology mixed in, and you just get a wonderful truck. So I'm gonna leave it at that, just kind of rumbling and ranting a little bit about this truck. But if you're thinking about getting one, I definitely highly recommend it. I mean, like I said, they're a little bit pricey right now, and you might not be able to bargain, but try to find a place that's not charging any extra, you know, doing any add-ons. But if you are thinking about, if they do talk to you about paint protection, if you can swing it, or if you don't get it there, I would highly recommend you get it from somewhere else, because it does protect your paint. It's going to protect you from rock chips, and all the bugs that get on it. It's just easier to come off. You know, I do a lot of driving for my job, so I've seen a new car and all the bugs and all the rock chips, what it can do to a new car if you drive a lot. So if you're going to be driving your vehicle a lot, or even not a lot, it's just going to protect you, you know, from some of the unfortunate things that happen when you're driving, little scrapes and scuffs and things like that, rocks and stuff flying. So that's something to think about. That's one thing that I did have to pay for, that they did do an add-on, but I'm actually happy with it now. So with that being said, that was just a little add-on for you guys out there. Yeah, I think the tinted windows and that TRD exhaust is coming, just to kind of complete this build on this vehicle. And the more I do stuff like that to it, and I just don't really see me really kind of getting rid of it, unless I would just really have to market this myself and try to sell it myself, instead of taking it to a dealership or a place like CarMax, because I know what the car's worth, and it's basically OEM. So it's like, I've kind of pretty much, I mean, you could call it a clone or whatever, but I feel it's a little bit more than a clone. It's not a pro, because you don't have Fox suspension, and I'm just going to leave it at that. But everything is pretty much OEM, And you know, it's fully loaded. This is a fully loaded TRD off-road, so that's what it is. It's a TRD off-road premium. So, and that's a little bit different. So you get all that stuff. Do you need all that stuff? Probably not, because as I always say, you know, with these trucks, if you get what is it, the 6-speed automatic in here, 6-speed transmission, you're gonna get the, you know, 278 horsepower or whatever it is. You're gonna get the V6. You're gonna get the same engine, same transmission. You're not gonna get the TRD exhaust. But, you know, other than that, it's just basically suspension that you get. That's gonna be a little bit different with these trucks, and then some of the features. So anyway you chop it up, if you get a V6 and you got an automatic, you're good to go. You know, these are good running trucks, especially the 22s. Like I said, I've drove some older ones, like about a 20 or 19 I drove, and it had very, very low miles. I think it had like 7,000 miles on it. But yeah, I don't know what the deal was with that truck, but I can tell you the 22s are just, I don't know, you know, like I said, I haven't drove very many, but I don't notice any of the you know, the gear hunting, and I feel like it's enough power for a truck, you know, and it can do everything. You know, it's a good looking truck. People are always going to look at you, no matter, especially because if they're in a truck, they're truck people, right? So like, you cannot help but notice a truck like this, you know, especially when you get to customizing it and stuff. You're gonna get, you know, it's just a nice truck. So people, I don't care if they're in a Dodge, in a Chevy, in a Ford, or whatever. They could be in a Raptor for all I care. They could be in a TRX, and you still got your Yoda. You know what I'm saying? You're in a league of your own. That's one thing about these guys. The Toyota, the Tacoma is in a league of its own. So that's what I will say about these vehicles. You know, like I said earlier in the video, the Nissan, the Frontier, it's not even coming close. The Colorado, sorry. The Ford Ranger, you're not a Ranger. So yeah, so that's just my views. This is definitely the best mid-sized truck, maybe one of the best trucks. It's one of the best selling trucks. I know you got the likes of the Ford F-150, which are awesome, you know, good vehicles as well, and they're great selling trucks. I mean, Henry Ford, shout out to him for getting everything started with these trucks. But yeah, I'm happy with this truck right here. And with that being said, you guys have a happy and safe 4th of July. Happy Independence Day. You guys be vigilant, you know, be safe and have fun, and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the bell button, because you never know when I'm dropping little gems like this one. So peace out. God bless.